Does your life ever feel a bit like this? It seems as soon as you solved one problem, another is there to take its place. If you're tired and worn out from chasing your own tail, keep listening. Let's face it, life is challenging, but because stress happens to us all, wouldn't it make more sense to be ready for it when it happens rather than react to it? Would you rather be proactive or reactive? The quality of your life is determined by the quality of emotions you consistently feel, and the way you feel is determined by what you choose to focus on in any given moment. Where you are right now, I want you to take your right index finger and trace a clockwise circle on the ceiling about 6 inches in diameter. Now, keeping the circle flat in the horizontal plane, lower it till it's down by your chest and tell me if the circle is moving clockwise or counterclockwise. As if by some black magic, your fingers switched direction without you being aware of it. You know that's not true, so what happened? It was a change in perspective. On the ceiling, you were looking at the bottom of the circle, and down by your chest, you're looking at the top. Keep in mind it was the same finger, the same motion, dare I say the same life circumstance, but a drastically different interpretation of it. The exercises that follow will help you choose better thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that serve yourself, family, and community rather than having the feelings of being worn out, overwhelmed, and defeated. It all starts with one thing. Where your focus goes, your energy flows, and what you focus on is what you attract. As an example, if you were driving down the highway and you saw a pothole up ahead, you would think in your head, don't hit the pothole, don't hit the pothole, don't hit the pothole. But what did you just do? It's like the old Jedi mind trick. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Don't think of a big red ball. Did you just think of a big red ball? When your focus is on managing your stress and problems, what are you attracting more of into your life? You're right, more stress and problems. So what's the opposite of stress? Most people are so stressed out that they can't even imagine what the opposite is. What about the feelings of love, happiness, connectedness, belonging, gratitude, peace, and relaxation? Being able to enjoy every moment as you make time to stop and smell the roses. Our intention should be focused on participating in activities that generate the emotions we want rather than the ones that we don't. So what's some of those activities? The following is consistently mentioned throughout the emerging field of positive psychology. Welcome to your Happiness Project. The first exercise is a gratitude journal. The two most important times of the day that set the tone for the day are the 20 minutes before you go to sleep and the 20 minutes after you wake up. So 20 minutes before you go to sleep, write down 5 things that were unique to that day that you're grateful for. It's important not only that you write these things down, but also that you feel the feelings of gratitude as well. Because the more you practice the feelings of gratitude, what are you more likely to experience in your life? It's that old adage about practice makes perfect. In your brain, one nerve is connected to thousands of other nerves, which is connected to thousands of other nerves. But the more times a nerve fires to the nerve next to it, it increases the likelihood of it firing to the nerve next to it because nerves form more connections with the nerves they more frequently fire to. In this way, you can physically rewire your brain to feel the feelings of gratitude simply by practicing gratitude. Have you ever had the experience where you've walked into a room and then stopped and thought for a second, what am I doing here? I knew just a second ago, but now I can't remember? That's where meditation comes in. Meditation is an exercise in focus. If there was a tranquil pond and you threw a stone into the middle of it, what would happen? It would create a ripple that quickly traveled to the shoreline. Imagine now a turbulent pond and you toss a stone into the middle of it. What would happen to the ripple? It gets lost, just like your thoughts do when you're trying to do things with a turbulent mind. Meditation is an exercise in focus so that you can quiet your brain chatter and be more productive in your day-to-day activities. Sit quietly in a room thinking about nothing but your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth, for 5 minutes a day to calm your mind and make your nervous system work more efficiently. When asked about what it is that will make you happy, most Americans respond with fame and fortune or some derivative of it. But when asked to reflect back on their lives and the happiest times that they've known, money doesn't enter into it. In fact, it's usually the relations that they have with others or helping others that brings them the most joy and contentment. There's a hormone called oxytocin that's released when we have positive interactions with other people. It's the hormone that's released when we interact with close friends and family and gives us those feelings of happiness.
เขาจะได้อะไรถ้าเขาทำแบบนี้ทุกวันเขาจะไม่ได้อะไรเลยไม่ได้รวยขึ้นไม่ได้ออกทีวีไม่มีใครรู้จักไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้นเพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึกได้เห็นความสุขได้เข้าใจได้ความรักได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้ได้โลกที่สวยงามกว่าเดิมในชีวิตคุณอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุด
Did you get your oxytocin release? The release also happens when we see people helping others. Commit yourself to performing one random act of kindness per day. As an example, hold the door open for someone. Put money in an expired parking meter. Let someone with fewer items in front of you in the grocery line. When someone drops something, help them pick it up. Or let someone out into traffic. Let's get back to being human to each other. Be creative with the process and find new ways to help each other. By committing yourself to practicing these simple exercises every day, I guarantee you will enjoy a more engaging, more fruitful, and less stressful life. A daughter complained to her father about her life and how things had been so hard for her. She did not know how she was going to make it, and she wanted to give up. She was tired of fighting and struggling. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another arose. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen, filled 3 pots with water, and placed the fire on high. Soon the 3 pots came to a boil. In one he placed carrots, in the other he placed eggs, and in the last he placed ground coffee beans. He let them sit and boil without saying a word. The daughter sucked her teeth and impatiently wondered, what was he trying to do? She had problems, and he was making the strange concoction. In half an hour he walked over to the range and turned on the fire. He pulled out the carrots and placed them in a bowl. He pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. He then ladled the coffee out and placed the liquid in a bowl. Turning to her, he asked, "Darling, what do you see?" Smartly she replied, "Carrots, eggs, and coffee." He brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots, and she did and noted that they were soft. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee, and she smiled as she tasted its rich aroma. Humbly she asked, "What does it mean, Father?" He explained. Each of them had faced the same adversity, 212 degrees of boiling water. However, each reacted differently. The carrot went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but after going through the boiling water, it became softened and weak. The egg was fragile. A thin outer shell protected a liquid center, but after sitting through the boiling water, its insides became hardened. The coffee beans were unique, however. After they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. "Which are you?" he asked. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? When things are at their worst, do you get better? How do you handle adversity? Are you the carrot, the egg, or the coffee bean?"